So you want to know the two biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make when they start putting out content and what you can do instead. Welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm Sivan Felder and I'm the VP of Marketing at Two Heads Consulting. Every Monday we break down a different marketing topic and we figure out how you as an entrepreneur can grow your business through content marketing. On today's episode, we're going to cover the two biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs and small business owners make when they start putting out content and what you should be doing instead. If you have a second, click on the subscribe button just so we know that you're listening and so that you never miss a video. So you want to know why, despite the fact that you're putting out your best and most valuable content online, no one seems to be engaging with it. This can feel really frustrating, especially when you try lots of different things and different platforms and you're posting all the time and posting at different times of days and different types of content, and it feels like no matter what you do, you're just not getting people to engage. So what is it that you're doing wrong? So I'm going to tell you the two biggest mistakes that I see many entrepreneurs make when they start putting out content. These mistakes are what's affecting your engagement, and if you fix them, chances are you'll see a lot more engagement on your posts. Mistake number one, you're trying to talk to too many people at once. I see this happen all the time. People invest a lot of time and effort into creating these beautiful blog posts or videos without ever actually figuring out who they're really talking to. And sometimes we make the mistake of thinking that if we make things really vague and broad, more people will be interested and listen, but the truth is actually the complete opposite. The more specific and targeted your content, the more valuable it will be to a specific person, the more likely they are to engage. The most engaging pieces of content are actually the ones that try to speak to the least amount of people, because those people feel like you're speaking directly to them and they're going to want to talk back to you. So let's say, for example, you wanted to create a video about how to create engaging content. And you know the people that are having the hardest time with this are the entrepreneurs and business owners who don't have time to hire a whole team to create content for them. They're really struggling to get their audience to engage. So you probably would create a very targeted video speaking directly to them. Kind of like what I'm doing now. The truth is that I could have created this video for anyone, but I know that that's what you're struggling with specifically. And so by speaking directly to you, chances are you're going to be a lot more likely to engage. So before you put out your next piece of content, whatever it is, ask yourself, who am I speaking to? Talk to them in a way that makes them feel like you really get their problems, and make the content specifically for them. Chances are they'll see what you're doing and be like, hey, I know exactly what they're talking about. And presto, you've gotten them to engage with your content. If you're having a hard time figuring out who your target audience is and what they want to hear, I've included in the description below a link to our target market worksheet. It really helps you break down all the steps you need in order to figure out who you're talking to and how you should be approaching them. Mistake number two, you're ignoring the rules of the platform. I see this happen a lot with video content. People post these incredibly valuable and deep 10-minute videos on Facebook, when the truth is that most people aren't watching a Facebook video for more than 10 seconds. So all that hard work really was for nothing because you put it on the wrong platform. Now, if you want to have a funny brand awareness video or something short and sweet, then Facebook is the right place. But if you're looking for people to engage with long-form video content, Facebook is not the answer. So whenever you're creating a piece of content, you need to make sure that it meets the standards of how content is consumed on that platform. Another example of this is posting a link to your personal blog on LinkedIn. Now, most people don't want to leave LinkedIn in order to read your blog. So you either have to create a blog on the LinkedIn platform or pare it down to a really, really short version and post it as a regular post. As soon as you follow the rules, people will be much more likely to see what you're posting, be interested in it, and then engage. Take, for example, these two videos that I just posted on LinkedIn. Now, in the first video, it was shot professionally with a DSLR. I was in my studio, so it looked much more professional. I added subtitles and informative graphics on every scene, and I posted it. On that video, I got less than 300 views. Now, of course, depending on the algorithm, more people or less people might see it, but you can still gauge your average engagement by seeing how many people out of that number liked or shared or commented on your video. So even though this video got really high engagement and views on YouTube, because it fit the rules of the platform, I followed the script for how you should script a high engagement video on YouTube, and I followed the rules, people were much more interested when they got to YouTube to watch it. But on LinkedIn, no one is sitting there and watching a 5-minute video, no matter how valuable or interesting it is. Now look at the second video I posted. This one was under 90 seconds. I filmed it with my phone in my kitchen in the middle of the afternoon and added subtitles on an app called Clips and uploaded it directly to LinkedIn. It now has almost 2,000 views and an incredibly high engagement for a silly little video that I just posted. Because on LinkedIn, people like authentic content. They like things that don't look like they were prepared by a production team. They want to feel like it's real and it's just off the cuff. So this followed the rules of LinkedIn much more than the first video. Now, in both cases, the videos were highly engaging, but in the first case, I didn't follow the rules of the LinkedIn platform, and so my engagement suffered. In the second video, I did pay attention to the rules of LinkedIn, and look how incredibly engaged my audience was. This is just one example of how following the rules of a platform really affects the level that people are willing to engage with whatever you have to say. So when you're creating content, remember, it's not just about creating content. It's about speaking to a specific audience and then making sure that the platform that you're sharing your content on is the right platform to do that. You also shouldn't expect to get it right on the first try. Every post or piece of content that you put up there is just a way for you to learn more about your audience, see what they're interested in, what they're interacting with, and then take it back and make a new piece of content with that knowledge. Any content creator who's getting high engagement on their content, it's because they've spent so much time studying their audience that they know them better than they know themselves. So if you've posted something or you've started to create content and you just don't feel like you're getting the engagement that you want, don't take it personally. It takes time to build an audience that's interested in engaging with you. Be consistent, create engaging content for a targeted audience, make sure it's on the right platform, and chances are you'll see positive results in no time. Let me know in the comments below what your biggest struggle right now is with content creation, so we can answer it for you. If you haven't already joined our content marketing Facebook group, I've included a link in the description below. As always, thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next Monday.